Hey, what's up you guys? It's Naseem here. Now today, I'm going to be giving you guys a very special look at the brand new iPhone 14. Now the iPhone 14 is a phone that has truly stuck to the script. It didn't try to change anything major. It kept the same internals as the iPhone 13, and it's the safest phone that you can't really go wrong with. The iPhone 14 has a good display that is bright and vibrant. It has a very powerful processor that can handle any power heavy app that comes its way. It has an amazing software that is really good and will update for the next 6 years. And it has a durable build quality that can handle most rough conditions. And this is why I think that many of you guys will love the iPhone 14, because not only is it the safest phone that you can get in the market, but it's also a really good phone that'll last you a very long time. But before I give you guys my final thoughts and first impressions based on my use with the iPhone 14, the first thing that we have to do is unbox it. Now the first thing that I noticed when I was unboxing the 14 was that just like on every other iPhone's previous versions, you have that very clean white aesthetic that makes the experience feel similar to other models. On the front, we can see a picture of the iPhone that basically shows you which color version you have. On the right side of the box, there's the iPhone wording. On the left side, we again have the name of the phone. On the top and bottom, we have our Apple logos, and on the back, we have all of the additional info about your purchase. Now the first thing that we see when we take off the top of the box is the 14 itself, and I will say that it has the same regular size to it along with a pretty nice feel. On the back we have the same glass finish that is very similar to the regular 13. Also we have the very glossy Apple logo with the matte sides. We also have the same style camera bumps that look pretty much the same. You have the main and ultra wide camera that I will be showing some pictures of later in the video. Now on the right side of the phone we have our power button along with the 5G antenna. On the top we have nothing. On the left side, we do not have a SIM ejection port, but we do have the volume rockers and mute switch. And last but not least, on the bottom, we have our lightning port, mics, and speakers. And when we look at the screen, we can see the 6.1-inch display that has the exact same screen real estate when compared to the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro. And now the last things that we have in the box of the 14 Pro Max is our starter guide, the lightning to USB-C cable, and again, there's no charger in the box. Now the iPhone 14 has 5 different colors in this category, starting with the colorful product red, purple, blue, and for the more uniform colors, there's Starlight and Midnight. And the version that I have is blue, and you can see that it still looks really good. The colorful aspect along with the color coordinated rails give it a good amount of depth, and I really admire how there were different shades with different materials. Even when we look at it in the sun, we can see that it looks very vibrant while also giving off a nice clean look that I think many people will enjoy. I again really loved how it had the matte sides that were the same color and continued that clean colorful aesthetic of the phone. And the only thing that I wish Apple could have done was make the whole phone matte, because I think that it will overall be much better in terms of durability and aesthetics. Apple made the back glass, which means that if you use your phone without a case, you will have a ton of fingerprints every time you hold it. Now the iPhone 14 has a 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display that I will say was really great based off of my first impression. It was brighter, the quality was better, and it did great, so I was pretty satisfied with the outcome. I again really liked the fact that the size was perfect, but still had the same bezels as the 13 to give you a good visual experience. I really wish they would have copied the iPhone 14 Pro, but again, it's still pretty good. The display was really responsive out of the gate. Everything I clicked on and moved responded very quickly, and I would say that overall, it felt pretty much the same as the 13, but that's a really good thing. The 14 will also have iOS 16, which gives you much more things to do on your phone, like the ability to unsend text, the ability to copy text within video, and the ability to edit text that you've already sent. And now when it comes to build quality on the 14, I would say that when compared to other phones in this price range, it was one of, if not the most quality builds in this price range. I again really love the matte sides for the premium feel, but like I said before, the back is glass, so if you're like me and don't like it, you can use a case. But besides that, the front of the 14 has a ceramic shield screen. The back has a glass back, which means that in most cases, if you do drop it a few times, then it most likely won't break, but there's always a risk, especially with a glass back. Now, when it comes to physicality, the iPhone 14 has a height of 5.78 inches, a width of 2.82 inches, and it weighs about 172 grams, which is pretty light compared to the iPhone 14 Pro. And right here, you can see how well it fit into my hands. It's perfect if you have big hands like me. Even if your hands are smaller, it's much more manageable than the 14 Max or the 14 Pro Max, and you'll still be able to reach your fingers to the top of the screen. Even when you put it in your pockets, just like the iPhone 14 Pro, it's the size that I think most people will be comfortable with. Now the 14 has the same 12 megapixel main camera along with a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and I pretty much got the same features when comparing it to the iPhone 13. And when we look at the daytime outside photos, we can see that it looks as amazing as the previous versions, very sharp, and overall gave off a very natural effect. The selfie camera was pretty much the same as last year if I'm being honest. My selfies look good, especially when the lighting was right, and I didn't experience much yellowing yet, but we'll see. And now when we look at the daytime inside photos, I was very happy that there wasn't any yellowing, and whenever the lighting was good or wasn't good, the photos still managed to do good. I also wanted to give you guys an example of how the phone records video before I gather my final thoughts about it and my final review. And when we look at additional specs on the iPhone 14, it has the same A15 Bionic chip as the iPhone 13. It has storage starting from 128 gigs and goes up to 512 gigs of storage. It has a 3200 mAh battery that supports 20 watt fast charging, and it has an IP68 water resistance rating. And there it is, you guys, my review on the iPhone 14. Now stay tuned for more because I will be giving a weekly update on the 14 where I will be going into detail of how it holds up. But let me know down in the comments, do you guys think that I should do a day in the life on the iPhone 14? Let me know. And if you guys made it to the end of this video, I'd like to say thank you for sticking around, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe. It will be very appreciated. And as far as social media, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you guys on the next one. Peace.